Some really bullish news for Dogecoin came out from Joe Biden's government. I think it could lead to huge pumps for it this month. So, let's take a look at it. Hello guys, and welcome back to Crypto Fire, where we talk about Dogecoin, cryptocurrency, and investing. Before we go any further, please keep in mind that we're giving away $100 to a random subscriber. Read our description for more info about it. Now, let's get started with today's video. So, over the past few months, inflation has significantly increased in the United States. According to the most recent Consumer Price Index, which analyzes changes in how much Americans spend for specific products and services, prices climbed an average of 5.4% in July compared to the previous year. This was primarily due to higher food and gasoline expenses. To put that into perspective, this is the highest inflation rate in 13 years, tied with June's rise. In times like these, cryptocurrencies like Doge have really come in handy for the people of the US. I know that many people are still skeptical about them when they compare it to fiat money, but according to many financial analysts, Dogecoin is going to replace fiat currency very soon. And as I said, it'll be because of Biden's government's recent moves. Look at this. The accounting firm, Deloitte, recently surveyed a bunch of finance professionals. The purpose was to get their opinion on digital assets and blockchain. More than 1,000 finance professionals were surveyed from different parts of the world. There were professionals from Brazil, China, Japan, and many more countries. Surprisingly enough, 76% of these finance professionals see great potential for digital currencies. In fact, they think it might serve as a strong competitor or a replacement for fiat currencies in just 5 to 10 years. Also, 76% of them thought businesses should totally adopt blockchain. And 80% of them predicted that digital currencies would play a huge role in the financial industry over the next 2 years. In their opinion, if businesses don't adopt the technology, they could lose a competitive advantage in the market. And they also think that banks need to embrace digital currencies right now. So, there's definitely a bright future for cryptocurrencies and Dogecoin. And as I said, Doge is going to replace fiat money sooner than we thought. Perhaps Elon's dream is going to come true after all, and I couldn't be more excited about it. Anyway, we still have to address gold as an alternative to fiat money as a storage option. As I've mentioned many times on the channel, crypto is going to win that battle too. But then there are some people who don't agree with that. Before we look at some evidence that suggests something totally different, let's talk a bit more about what these analysts said. So, the first one is the chairman of a crypto mining firm. He said that, "I think that the volatility in the crypto space is going to ultimately lead to people coming back to gold." And then there's the gold bull, Peter Schiff, who said that gold is way better than crypto. He began by saying, "I wouldn't even consider buying crypto now. As far as I'm concerned, it's all risk. The upside is limited and the downside is huge. There are a lot of smart people that are in Bitcoin. There are a lot of smart people in .com stocks that went bankrupt in 2000. There are a lot of smart people in the mortgage market. There's always a lot of smart people on the wrong side of the trade. But there's also a lot of smart people who have completely rejected Bitcoin. I think there are more smart people on my side." The headwind for gold right now, temporarily, is the false belief that inflation is transitory, that the Fed is going to normalize interest rates and shrink its balance, that it's going to bring inflation back down to 2%. I think that view is completely wrong, but that is the view that dominates the market. At some point, that view is going to change either because the Fed admits that it's not going to do those things or the market figures it out on its own. While I have to agree with his point about Fed's claims about inflation, I still think that gold can never win over Doge. Let's look at some data. So, since the beginning of this year, Doge has risen by thousands of percent. And if we look at gold, it has fallen in value. So, I think this proves that Doge is going to be a better store of value than gold. And as Mark Cuban has said before, Doge is going to be the best medium for exchange too. Now, before we talk about some more news for Doge and crypto, I'd like to remind you that I'm not a financial advisor and this isn't financial advice. So, you should definitely do proper research before investing anything into crypto. Moving forward, one major factor when it comes to crypto growth is the fact that it's getting so popular in different parts of the world. One of these places is Afghanistan. The country was already struggling financially, and this week has brought about the worst-case scenario in their financial struggles. So CNBC took a step and talked to several Afghans who have invested in crypto, and it looks like crypto is really helping them financially during this turmoil. I think this definitely counts as a success story for cryptos like Doge. Now, let's talk about some news from institutional investors. It looks like big companies from the US are going to pump huge amounts of money into crypto. One of them is the New York asset management company, Neuberger Berman. They have a whopping $400 billion in assets under management, and they also have a commodity strategy fund that is worth $164 million. Out of this commodity strategy fund, they have announced a plan to use 5% entirely for crypto products. So, I think it's going to bring a lot of money into the crypto market. Now, coming back to adoption, some great news came from Australia. An Australian entrepreneur, Fred Shebesta, announced that everyone who gets vaccinated for COVID-19 will be given $5 worth of Bitcoin for free. And that's more free promotion for Bitcoin and other cryptos. Now, another country that has taken a huge step to promote crypto is Switzerland. Bitcoin Suisse, which is a Swiss crypto service. Moving forward, popular celebs are also getting into crypto now. One of these is the famous YouTuber, Logan Paul. Basically, Logan Paul recently announced that he's planning to start his own crypto project called CryptoZoo. The point is that he has a huge following on YouTube, and something like this is going to massively increase the awareness of crypto in the United States. Besides Logan Paul, the American rapper Busta Rhymes also announced something similar. He said that he has invested in Bitcoin and is looking to get paid in it as well. And then there's Lionel Messi, who's launching his own collection of NFT called Messiverse. We know how popular Messi is, so I think it's amazing how much money this will bring into the market. Now, another sports person that has taken an interest in crypto is Cunningham. Not only has he invested in cryptocurrency, but he has also partnered with BlockFi. On top of that, he said he'll also accept all of his signing bonus in Bitcoin. And that's another great step towards crypto and Dogecoin promotion. Now, coming back to Dogecoin, let's take a look at its price for a minute. Currently, Doge is trading at around 31.1 cents, and I think this is going to come as a huge relief for anyone who thought that today we're going to go back to 28 cents. I read some comments about it too. The point is that we might trade sideways for a while, but there's a lot of data and news that suggests that we're heading back to the all-time highs again. And with that, we've come to the end of this video. Thanks for watching till the end. If you enjoyed it, please consider liking and sharing it with your friends. Also, please subscribe to the channel and turn on post notifications for daily videos on Dogecoin and cryptocurrency. If you have any questions or suggestions, please leave them in the comments section below. Goodbye. Take care.